Hey everybody, welcome to Kloud 9. I just got a disturbing message on Facebook. I don't talk about politics. I don't like getting involved in it because to me, it's just a whole bunch of... It doesn't mean today what it meant when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I'm 37, for anybody who's wondering. When I was a kid, it meant something to be the President of the United States of America. When I was a kid, I used to think that there was no way that I could ever possibly get close enough to a president because they were so guarded and so revered and so, I mean, look at the pictures, guys. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. I've even heard some really fantastic stories about Kennedy, you know, and I've heard some not so fantastic stories. But see, guys, that's the thing. Everybody has fantastic stories and not so fantastic stories. But really, if you want to know where the true value of something is, listen to the not so fantastic stories. I find that that's where I've learned the most. Be it my own or talking with somebody who's been through something and being able to hear their story and feel what they felt because I'm looking directly into their eyes. And that's a true connection. And I never thought I would see the day that we were getting ready to impeach our president. And we keep blaming everybody for things that we do. And it's not our fault that we do them, because clearly if we realized we were doing what we were doing, we wouldn't be doing it if it's bad. Working on yourself is not selfish. It's important to take the time that you need when you need it. Spirit's telling me making mistakes is okay. Then they're right. Making mistakes is okay. Making mistakes builds us stronger. Making mistakes helps us grow. But eventually, one mistake is going to change the world. One mistake. One mistake changes the world. Doesn't matter which world you're talking about. Your world, my world, the next person's world. We all are living in our own little bubbles. It's like a game. Think of it like chess. We all have a specific role. If you meet somebody, they have a specific role in your life. They're meant to be there. Again, today I had the conversation about coincidences. I do not believe in coincidence. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I could not believe this if I had not seen this with my own eyes. Yeah, I was watching Bruce Almighty last night. I love that movie. Bruce Almighty, Evan Almighty, they're great. Morgan Freeman plays God in them. It's does a beautiful justice there. Awesome. Just love it. But they have a couple lines in those movies, and those lines really get you, you know? It's like Morgan Freeman is talking to Evan Baxter's wife, who, for the life of me right now, I cannot remember her name. Anyway, so they're talking, and Morgan Freeman says, as God, says, you think when somebody asks for patience, the Lord just gives them patience, or does he give them an opportunity to learn patience? You know, it's like, I talk to God. There, I said it. I talked to God there, I said it. That's why I had to watch, that's why Bruce Almighty was, Evan Almighty was on TV last night, because I needed to see this. I talked to God. There it is, I said it. And maybe that's the big step. But I just saw a message that came through that literally reads, this is what the caption reads. It literally reads, Democrats deleting God from congressional proceedings. Do you have any idea how angry that makes me? Well, I'm going to talk about it, because I need to. I was raised in a Democratic household. It says Democrat on my ballot, or whatever the hell that piece of paper is that clearly doesn't matter, because Congress can just come over and take the president out, even though, you know, people voted for him. And I hate talking about politics, I really do. But taking God out of the equation, it's exactly what they're doing. They're taking God out of the equation. This is a plan that was well laid, that nobody else has any control over. No one else. The universe has control of all of this. There is no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, exactly when it's supposed to happen, whether we worry about it or not. Buzzer, confirmation. My laundry's done again. Listen, hear me. Hear me. I heard somewhere that, you know, sometimes it's about the space between the words, and Democrats deleting God from congressional proceedings. How do you do that? How does one do that? I think I made a very gross judgment when I chose sides, or maybe I didn't understand it, because maybe I didn't pay attention in history class. Who knows? But how do you delete God from justice? Congress is supposed to be justice. Justice for those who aren't where these people are at, so they can speak their mind. This country is supposed to be for the people, by the people. Donald Trump's one of the people. You know? And I know, actually, I have a very strong suspicion that Donald Trump is a light worker. And I haven't looked it up. I'm not that into it, because you know what happened? I got a book, and the book was called The Narcissist Next Door. And this book, because I'm total psychology nut, like, nut, take that how you will. Don't be allergic though. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not gonna get you. All right, listen. I might get you, but anyway. Perception. Anyway, so there's this book. It's called The Narcissist Next Door. It's on my shelf somewhere. I think it might be in a bag somewhere. Fantastic book. Google it, and you will figure out author and everything else. Wonderful book. And Donald Trump is like the main character of that book. So to have that book be written and then all of a sudden to have him like in presidency, let me tell you something about the narcissist next door. Hell of a leader. Hell of a leader. Why is that? If you can find somebody with narcissistic tendencies, and these are very loose quotes. Can we see this, guys? Loose quotes. They're not tight like this. This is loose. Because it's an Axis 2 diagnosis. Narcissism. So basically what that means, with my medical assisting license and a hell of a lot of therapy, basically what that means is it's up to a person's perception of a person. And if you can get enough people to have the same perception, the person can get thrown into a group and labeled. And the moment somebody gets labeled, people look at them different. You look at somebody different. Listen, if you're walking down the street and somebody says to you, let's see. Oh my God, did you see that guy? That guy over there has these boots on. Automatically, because that person's upset about it, the other person is going to start to feel a certain kind of way. It's pulling in on their energy. You're connecting to the person next to you. And if it's negative, you get negative. And then without even meeting that person, who's probably like the nicest guy in the world, who probably doesn't give a fuck about shoes. You've judged him. You've thrown him in a group. And you're wondering why he's angry? Hold up, guys. Hold up. How would you like it if you were put into a group and judged? Seriously? Why do we have to dissect everybody else's life? Why can't we dissect our own? Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me is the movie that's coming to mind. I don't know why. Or Twin Peaks, the series, if you're, old enough to remember that. I'm pretty sure I watched all of Twin Peaks in I would say it took me and my friend about a month and a half to watch it all, but we spent a lot of time in front of the TV. Anyway, all right. Mistakes and all. My channel. I don't know what's channeled through, but I know that it needed to be said. So, in God I trust. In God I trust. I'm so irritated. See, I don't even know enough about government to sit here and talk poetically with you about it. Well, I can put it into some poetic satire for you. Just remember, it's a very important lesson that I've had to learn many times throughout my life. Just because somebody holds a degree doesn't make them right for the job. Just because somebody holds a piece of paper in their hand that said that they went to the most prestigious school in the whole entire world does not mean that they're a good person in here. It's time that we start using our own judgment instead of listening to everybody else's. It's been said Many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. You know, you get the point. It's been said over and over and over and over again. Go to a person if you have a question. If you're feeling some sort of way about something, figure out why. Because if not, it's just going to burden you. It's going to sit in your head and it's going to bother you. And it's going to drive you nuts. It's going to drive you crazy. And you can avoid this. You can avoid this. Get it out. Say something. Somebody out in the world needs to hear your message. Say something. Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm part of the light worker community myself, and I see all these amazing readers out there who are working their asses off for everybody, and so many people don't even know that they exist. And you go through stages. You go through stages of readers. Sometimes one title is going to catch you. It's going to trigger you. It's going to pull you in. It's going to drag you down to the boat. And you're going to be like, oh, God, I'm lost in depression and I can't figure it out. Welcome to the world. That's a distraction. That's a tornado. That's the tornado. That's the storm, Dorothy. That's the storm that's coming in to rock your fucking world and bring you into something totally different. Totally different. Oz. Come on, guys. I don't know why I'm saying guys, girls, ladies. Why does everybody have to be so fucking technical? Stop labeling. Stop labeling. If you're labeling, do me a favor. Turn around. Look in the mirror and say, ah, shit. I might have a couple characteristics of that. Ah, that might be me. It's way better that way. And honestly, here it is. Here's the closeout. Here it is, the closeout of the whole entire video. God, I hate the end of things now. I would rather learn me. And in order to learn me, I have to learn everybody else. Because what I'm putting out there is going to be given back to me. I know this. I know this. It is the law of attraction. It's the law of attraction. It's whatever you want to call it. It's the universe. It's God. It's your plan. It's your plan. Everybody has a plan. Everybody has a treasure map. I want to explore so much of this, but I don't even know how to get started. Guys, listen. Everything in life basically is free. It's free. And the way to realize that everything in life is free is to realize that money is a tool. Money should not weigh you down. How much money one person has versus how much money you have versus how much money they have versus any of that. None of that fucking matters. Why are we going to sit around here counting all these coins? Why? Just know that it's there and move forward in life. Assume that every single thing you do is going to lead you on the direct path that you were meant to follow because there was something that you needed to learn in this lifetime. You have a fucking purpose. Shit, I just said fucking, which means that this video can't be for kids. Listen. The content of somebody's character cannot be found unless you speak with the character yourself. Wow, Spirit, how do I follow that up? You don't. That's what I was told. You don't. I don't have any idea where this is going to go. I might just sit there and go for the most hashtags and go through and listen and write down every single thing that I fucking put in there just so I can get this out all over the world. Why? Because I'm the freaking fool today. I'm going to take the leap of faith. I got something to say. And I know that somebody out there needs to hear what I have to say. You have something to say? I would love to hear it. Why can't we all just be friends? Isn't that a Smash Mouth song? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Seriously, why is it hard? Just because somebody makes a different decision than you do. Just because somebody moves down a different road that you don't think is right, so you get to come in there and take over the life? Hold on. No. No. You got your own game going on. Don't worry about somebody else's game. Don't worry about what somebody else has got going on in their game. It's not yours. Don't take on lower vibrational energies. Please. And thank you. Because when you take on those lower vibrational energies, that's just more lower vibrational energies floating around. And it's affecting everybody in the world. You're affecting everybody in the world. Stop that. God, I'm throwing my hands up. I don't know how to get love out there any other way. So here it is from Kate Cloud9, sending love to everybody out there, no matter what your position is. Saying to you, go home tonight. Love your family. I don't care if you haven't talked to them in years. You don't have to pick up that phone. But hold a special place in your heart there for them. Because that is exactly what you would want to be done for you. And that's the reason you do it. You don't do it to get more gifts than somebody else. You don't do it to one-up somebody else. You don't do it for that. You do it for you. Because then you don't have to hurt anymore. You don't have to feel abandonment issues. You don't have to feel like Christmas is some big stressful ball. You can go home. You can enjoy your family. If you're not going home to family, go enjoy your friends. Go be around people who make you a better person. Don't go over to somebody's house that you don't even talk to all year just so you can sit there and gossip about the other people. Why? Whew. I got some triggers. Anyway, bold, authentic. There it is. Working through it every day, one choice at a time. And I'm going to get on here every day. And I'm going to talk about the stuff in my head. Because maybe then I can feel heard. Maybe then you can feel heard. Would you not feel heard psychologically if I were to call out a story that is just like yours? Would you not feel heard? Okay. So we've been through the me movement. Maybe it's time for the you movement. You move. Your move. Your move. Your move. Wow. 24 minutes of crazy channeling. Now it's my move to see if I actually put this out. Love, healing, positive energy to anybody watching this message. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care.